We're live on Twitter, so go ahead and share it. I'm going to tweet it out right now.
The ad goes first.
Yeah.
We are brought to you by Joshua LaFon with Simply Vegas Real Estate, a realtor here to help educate current and future Las Vegas locals on selling and investing in real estate. You're probably asking yourself, educate. Yes, there's a surprising amount of adults that when it comes to real estate, don't know the right questions to ask, don't know where to start, and think they need a lot of cash to buy a house in Nevada, which simply isn't true. So Josh has decided to make it his responsibility to teach his clients what they need to know, and equally important, what they need to ask to help ensure making their home ownership dreams a true reality. So make sure you call or text Joshua LaFon today at 702-813-0533. This has been another paid advertisement from Joshua LaFon with Simply Vegas Real Estate. Make sure you give him a call, 702-813-0533.
It's me, your daddy, Roberto.
Me a boy's name that starts with the letter H. Jose.
Then look at me now. How far we go back? Elementary, jump rope, hide and go see, pity pad, red light, green light, red light, green light.
When you just talk about practice, we sitting here, I supposed to be the franchise player, and we're in here talking about practice. About practice. Not a game, not a game, not a game. We talking about practice. We talking about practice, man. But we talking about practice right now. We talking about
You play to win the game. Hello? You play to win the game.
You are tuned into Straight Bet Sports on the Gorilla Cross Radio Network.
That's right, Wednesday night, just past 9 p.m. You are tuning to Straight Bet Sports here on the Gorilla Cross Radio Network. I am your host, Jose V. The usual suspects up in the building, Rob G directly in front of me, Quan 59 behind the big board doing what he does for us every single Wednesday night. We got a special guest co-host in the building tonight. He's actually going to be running the show with us. You know what I mean? Should be a fun night. He's not just going to be interviewed as he normally is after playing games or stuff like that, but we got a good show on tap tonight. We also have Gemma, Las Vegas Aviators media relations director, is going to be joining us via Skype here shortly as well. As you can see, I am wearing the Oakland A's hat. Got to support the Aviators part of it. We're going to get some conversation in with Jim as well, see what he thinks about the A's possible move here, the whole speculation. Ask him if he's seen any of the officials that have been out here possibly visiting sites and things of that nature. Because I know a lot of people with baseball, Rob, out here, or just sports fans in general that are looking to get started with that and had that conversation already and are wondering, are the A's going to be out here? So it's good that we're going to have them on, but how's your night going, my man? How's your week been so far?
It's good. It's going. We're going to Game 7, right? Watching the Knights.
Golden Knights. Couldn't pull it off tonight.
I love hockey playoffs. It's what happened?
No, you good. Keep talking.
I love hockey playoffs, especially when it's like only in the playoffs in hockey when they go to overtime and then they go 20-minute overtimes and they still don't score, right? You figure like they usually go the 3-on-3 during the regular season, then when they go to overtime, it's like no one scores. Double overtime sometimes. So
hockey playoffs are fun though, bro.
They are.
They're a lot more exciting in general, and they have a lot more to offer on the ice. It's just fun to watch. But we got a good show on tap tonight, man. Big ups to Joshua LaFon. If you guys did not know, man, this is our 59th episode. Couple episodes before that were not on the network, but this is technically is where we hit a year of episodes, Rob, tonight. Because after tonight, the month is pretty much done. We won't have another episode this month. I believe it starts next month. Big ups to Joshua LaFon for continuing with us. So we will be on the air here, staying on Gorilla Cross. We're not going nowhere. So thank you to all the listeners, all the followers, everyone that comments, that likes, that hits us up, that just gives us their feedback week in and week out and continues to follow us. We appreciate you. I hope we keep bringing you guys content that you continue to love and enjoy. And I just appreciate everyone that's been on the show as well and everyone that's been a part of it in this last year. It's been amazing. It's been a fun ride. It ain't over, man. We're still going. We got a new sponsor jumping in with us as well next month. So hopefully we have a few more things on tap for you guys, a couple more, exciting stuff that we can do, some more good interviews, hopefully some giveaways, things like that. But Rob, let's go ahead and get in right to it. Obviously, we have someone in studio. Let's go ahead and introduce him. Formerly UNLV Rebel D lineman. We had him on our first ever show here on Gorilla Cross Radio. He was actually our first guest of the show that night. He is none other than Jalen Graves. Jalen, how's it going, my man?
I'm doing it good. Thank you for having me. I'm blessed to be here. It's gonna be a good show today. You know, we got NBA basketball playoffs, hockey going on. So blessed to be here. It's gonna be a great show.
You got a gift for us in studio as well. We're not going to talk about that yet or sure, because I want to talk to Gemma first. We're going to get him on here shortly. But then we're going to talk about a little business venture that you started as well. Let you plug that out. But we're also going to try it here. We're going to give you guys our thoughts and see what we think. Hopefully it's as good as you advertise, man, because you sending me some messages earlier, and I'm over here getting excited. Rob saw it. He's like, let's go. He's ready. So, but I hope you're ready. Like I said, we're not going to be interviewing you tonight. You're going to be joining us, chopping it up. We got basketball. I know you said you've been watching the basketball. Golden Knights, obviously, going to Game 7 here. We'll talk about that. But not only that, you're transferring. You're no longer going to be at UNLV, so we want to talk about that as well. See what the future holds for Jalen Graves. All right, sounds good?
Yes, sir.
Awesome. But without further ado, guys, let's go ahead and get on our first guest of the night that's going to be joining us here through Skype. He is none other than Las Vegas Aviators Media Relations Director, Gemma. Jim, long time coming. Haven't had you on my show in a few years now since I was back at KSHP. It's good to have you on the show now here live on Gorilla Cross Radio. How's your night going, my man? How's everything?
Jose, thanks for having me on. I appreciate it.
So Aviators, man, people are back in the stands now. It's not the COVID season. It's getting back to a bit more normal there, seeing people there. How has the atmosphere been so far back at the ballpark?
It's been great. You know, it really is the vaccine rollout. I mean, that's the key to sports and entertainment getting back. I mean, this is the entertainment capital of the world, and the concerts are coming back. And we've played in front of 50%, our first two homestands, roughly 5,000. Now we go on a long road trip. It kind of worked out good in that way because not a 12-game road trip is good, but they go to Sacramento and Albuquerque, they being the Aviators, and we're not back till June 10th. So we're going to be 100% capacity in the Las Vegas ballpark. So, you know, really what helps us is we're an outdoor venue, and it'll be great to have full houses back.
So you talk about 100%. So is this official, like next homestand coming up once you guys come back from the road? You guys are going to be at 100% full capacity?
Yeah, we announced it a couple of days ago. You know, we start a road trip tomorrow. It's May 27th through June 8th. So it just happened to work out. We're on the road, and county commissioners voted that come Tuesday, I believe it's June 1st, Las Vegas is supposed to go 100%. I guess if you go on the Strip, it's 100% already. But for us, it really helps that we're an outdoor venue. It really does. And, yeah, it's just going to be good to have full houses back June 10th all the way till September. So individual game tickets go on sale. I mean to plug this, but
no, go for it.
On Tuesday, June 1st, you know, through Ticketmaster. So fans can buy individual game tickets for the rest of the season.
And how has that been so far? Are you getting a lot already? A lot of people asking for tickets, wondering about all that, just getting ready to be back there at 100%. And not only that, another question for you too. Prior to you guys announcing you're going to 100%, when you allowed a few people to start, a lot of people were complaining about the seats and irritation and all that. Has that been addressed already, especially now moving in to the fact that you're going to be hitting 100% capacity?
Yeah, not because I work with the team. That was an overblown story.
Okay.
And I won't go into it who overblew the story.
Okay.
You know, we love our fans. Some fans were talking on Facebook about there's chemicals on the seats, and we'll just make this short, but we steam clean the seats with water and steam. You know, obviously in Vegas, these are the same seats that are in Atlanta for the Braves.
Okay.
So, yeah, there were some rough edges on the top, so they've been sanded and sealed. And really, since the first night, we've had no other issues with it. So, obviously, if there were issues, we would address it. We did address it after the first night. Going forward, we've had thousands of fans in the stadium since then, the ballpark, and we haven't had any issues. So, I mean, obviously, I work with the team, and I'm not trying to downplay it, but some people in the media, I don't know, we're trying to make something out of anyway. Just to make a long story short, we're good to go.
Some people were just looking for a story, right? Trying to create something, trying to get a little bit of notoriety
really
there.
Know.
That's all it was. Facebook people will talk, right?
The fans, they're our lifeblood. But they were seeing a thread on Facebook, some fans saying there must be chemicals on the seats. And we're here to tell you that those seats are steam cleaned by water and steam. But anyway, not to talk about seats all night. But
No, of course
anyway,
not.
thanks for letting me address that. No, we're good to go, and it'd just be great back ballpark. Please let me know when you guys want to come out, and we'll set you up.
Definitely appreciate that. Yeah, you guys heard it here first on Straight Bet Sports. There is no issues with the seats, guys. It's regular steam clean. You guys will be fine. You'll enjoy the game. Once again, we have Media Relations Director for the Las Vegas Aviators, Gemma, on the video line here joining us tonight. Rob, you got any questions? I know you're a baseball guy. You like watching the Dodgers. You're into that stuff. Do you have any questions? You've been wanting to go to these games too. Are you happy that they're back? Do you have anything for Jim tonight?
I don't know if I have anything directly for Jim, but I mean, I've already looked at the tickets. I saw that I wanted to go to a game maybe in the first homestand that they had. It just didn't work out. But I did see right now that June 1st the tickets go on sale, so I'm definitely looking to get into the stadium. I love the stadium. I love the atmosphere.
Beautiful. Yeah.
I know they're doing something with Star Wars tomorrow, right? I think, Friday night. Something on the state. You can go watch Star Wars. I think one of the movies
at the ballpark.
At the ballpark, you can pick your seats or your little pod and stuff like that.
Is that correct, Jim? They got something like that going on at the ballpark.
Yeah, because prior to June 1st, we're still doing the pod situation. Obviously, when the team's on road, we can still do the movie nights. We're going to have our first concert June 26th. Really be nice. It's kind of an untapped source concert venue. We just need to get a band or two in there and kind of get the word out. I think it'll be a great venue for a concert. So, obviously, baseball's the focal point in there. But, there is a movie night on Friday.
So talk about some of the other promotions coming up with the team when the homestand comes back, when the team is there. I mean, obviously, you guys do the fireworks. Anything else in general, and anything special that the fans can expect moving forward for the upcoming homestands here?
Yeah, we're kind of waiting to get a fuller capacity. And, gosh, the best thing that could ever happen to any of us in sports entertainment is 100%. So we're lining up some promotion nights where, you have the first 2,500 fans through the gates if you have Jersey nights and stuff like that. We will have fireworks probably about once a month. We did announce today the Sunday, July 4th game. We have a 6-game series against Sacramento. I realize it's May and we're talking about July. But Red Rock Casino always shoots off fireworks on July 4th. So we're going to play a 4 o'clock game that day. So they're a great sponsor of ours. So we're home that whole weekend. We'll have fireworks probably the night before. But in June, we're home for that long homestand 12 against Reno and Tacoma from June 10th to the 22nd. So if fans on aviatorslv.com can check out the promotions link here, probably in the next week, the 10 days, we'll start having some promotions on there. The best thing to do is just click on the schedule, and then you'll see the promotions link. So we're just getting that finalized now. We really wanted to wait to go to full capacity.
So talk about some of the, obviously, a lot of past players that have been part of this organization, whether it was the 51s when we had the 51s here back at Cashman before the move to the Aviators. Talk about some of the players now. Obviously, 4-game losing streak right now. Not the best record overall. 8-10, I believe you guys are right now moving in after this last game that you played. But talk about some of the current stars that you have on there that people may not know about that we might be seeing at the major league level here soon.
Well, it's kind of cool. James Caprillion, the right-hander out of UCLA, he came over in the Mets trade, the Yankees, a couple years ago. He had some arm injuries. He was our opening night starter. He's since got called up and has made three really good starts for the A's. So that's really good to see for him because he had a lot of arm issues, but he was highly touted out of UCLA. Austin Allen is a catcher. I know Sean Murphy was really good here in 19, but Austin Allen played with San Diego Padres system out AAA El Paso. He's our first-string catcher, so to speak, number 1 catcher. He's a really good talent. Dalton Jeffries, number 3 prospect for the A's. Right-handed pitcher just made a start the other night. He was coming from extended spring as he had an injury. So they're sprinkled across. You always have veterans. Pete Cosma, he played with the Cardinals in the World Series years ago. But we have a good mix of young players and veterans. So, the last 4 games against Salt Lake, Joe Adell, the top prospect for the Angels, just he really went crazy, hit 6 homers and made a great catch on Sunday. He's a great talent. So that's the thing about AAA. Even when the other team comes in, there's always top prospects, and the talent level between the chalk lines is always great. So that's one good thing about this level of play. And Jose, you see a guy play here one night, and the next night you're on ESPN or something. God, I just saw him play the other night.
Yeah.
That's what's so cool about AAA.
Well, yeah, I remember I remember when they were back at Cashman. Dominic Smith, now he's a regular day starter for the Mets.
Yeah.
Rosario, I remember seeing him there all the time. Wilmer Flores, another guy. He's moved around now, but take a picture of my son and everything. Like, these are everyday guys that you can see at the ballpark for a very low price, might I say. It's not that expensive to go to one of these games, and it's a fun night out. Not only that, they're giving you great talent. Even if they don't win the game, you're seeing, like you're saying, talent come in, and it's a great league overall. Now, you see the hat. I gotta talk. I gotta ask you.
Oh, great hat. Great hat.
So the A's are doing pretty good right now.
Hat here.
I believe they're second or third best record in the league right now. First in their division as well. Looking really good right now. But is it all smoke? Is there really an actual chance of us ever seeing the Oakland A's move here? I said it was a smoke screen for them to try to get that stadium built there. Some people say they won't leave Oakland, that there's no way that they'll let them go. Other people say, well, they already let other two organizations go. How won't they let this happen? Is it a reality? And if so, have you seen any of the Oakland A's officials? Have they already come to Vegas and visited possible locations here?
I know they've been here for a couple days. Tomorrow will be the third day. The city of Oakland has lost the Raiders, as we all know. The Warriors went from Oakland down to the San Francisco Arena right next to where the Giants play.
Yep.
The A's, the city of Oakland, they have the waterfront ballpark drawings ready to roll. It's got to get funded. The A's have been there since 1969. I hope the A's stay in the Bay Area. I mean, to lose all three teams would be a disaster. I think down the road, excluding the A's, I think at some point we will get a Major League Baseball team. I'll be retired by then, but that's okay. I think we're gonna get an NBA team, as you know, sooner than later, because T-Mobile Arena's turnkey. I mean, hypothetically, somebody could come in next year and play. That thing's ready to go now.
Oh, yeah.
The talk is, I know we were talking about MLB, but
No, you go for
Seattle
it.
and Vegas may get expansion teams at a tune of $2 billion a team. Well, that's $4 billion for the other 30 teams. So I wouldn't be a bit surprised seeing Seattle, because they really should have never lost the Sonics. And I can see us getting a team, because you don't have to build anything, and that's what you were touching on. To play here, you have to have what Phoenix has, a retractable roof.
Yep.
Because in April and May and September, you can play with the roof open. It's really nice out. Major League, you can do it in minor leagues. They're not going to do it in MLB. You have to play with a retractable roof in July and August, just because the climate, as you know, living here. We can do it in the minor leagues. They're not going to do it in MLB. So I don't know. That's $1.5 billion to $2 billion standalone retractable roof. And after getting $750 million of public money, and the NFL owners are brilliant people, they jumped all over that. They weren't going to pass that up. However that got done, it got done. There's a $16 million bond payment on that thing a month for room tax. So I just can't see any public money being, and I mean, I could be dead wrong tomorrow. You read, well, we're going to 50-50 public-private partnership. I mean, anything's possible after what happened in 2020, what we went through.
Yeah.
Nothing surprises. I have a saying. Nothing surprises me anymore about anything. But in this case, I think you guys would agree. I can't see us getting public money again for a Major League Baseball retractable roof ballpark.
I don't see it happening.
It's got to be privately funded. I'd be shocked if it's a private-public partnership. But that being said, if the A's don't come, I think eventually we are going to get something here down the road. But some people in the media think the A's are coming a week from Tuesday or something. I don't know what. They're like jumping the gun. Yeah, Dave Cavill, the president of the A's, they were at the game last night. They were there because the A's are our team. They're the AAA affiliate. We're their AAA affiliate. They have been here. I don't know. There's talk they may go to Portland to talk to those people next. But I just hope they stay in Oakland. But I don't think this thing's going to drag on. I mean, they either have to, the city leaders of Oakland need to step up. That's the bottom line. They step up, and then they're going to stay in the Bay Area.
Not only that, correct me if I'm wrong, but you don't see a AAA team in the same city as a major league team, right? If that's correct, and not only that, if that's true, yeah. I don't see the Howard Hughes Corporation or anyone that's associated with the Aviators backing down and saying, we just opened this brand new ballpark. All right, we're not going to use it no more, bring in a major league team. That's a waste of money.
Situation. Years ago, the AAA team would relocate. Hypothetically, whoever, Team X from MLB comes here, the AAA team leaves. But that's still to be determined because you have a team in Gwinnett. With the Braves own, the AAA Gwinnett team is, 30, 40 miles from Atlanta. The St. Paul Saints now are the AAA affiliate of the Twins, and they're right in the St. Paul area.
Okay.
Tacoma is right next to Seattle. Sugar Land, Texas, which is basically a suburb of Houston, the Sugar Land Skeeters, they're the AAA affiliate. They're 20 miles from the Houston ballpark.
Okay.
So it's doable, but it's to be determined. But years ago when Jerry Colangelo got the Diamondbacks in the 90s, I don't know if you guys remember,
Yep.
Phoenix Firebirds were there, AAA team. They went to Phoenix. Colangelo basically had to pay them $7 million to basically go away. It's relocation money because Las Vegas owns the territory here, not MLB. We're a AAA territory.
Got it.
So in theory, I'm not saying this is happening. This is all TBD. In theory, it could go be the Tucson Aviators, but the ownership's going to get a lot of money to relocate. I'm just saying Tucson because there's not a team, but that's all to be determined. They'll cross that road when it happens, but I understand what you're saying. They just built Las Vegas Ballpark, but again, to play MLB here, you need a retractable roof, and you can't put a roof on the Las Vegas Ballpark. I don't think you can.
I don't see it happening.
I'm not an architect, but you really need something that you have in Phoenix. I don't know if everybody been to that Diamondbacks Park. This is when the weather's nice, the roof opens. They have these ad shutters, and they open up, and it really turns into an open-air park. And that's what we need here, hypothetically, down the road. But we'll see how these meetings turn out. And, again, the ball's in the city of Oakland's court. And MLB, this really doesn't pertain to AAA Las Vegas. This is a Major League Baseball Oakland Athletics issue. And as of right now, it really doesn't pertain to us. And we happen to be the AAA affiliate of the A's, but this doesn't pertain to us. This is an MLB Oakland Athletics issue, and I know why MLB did this. They're basically leveraging the city of Oakland to get something done.
That's what I said.
As we've been saying, right? As we've been saying.
But Jim, thank you, man. I know it's a little bit late already. We've had you on for a bit now.
No, that's fine.
We greatly appreciate your time and giving us some of your knowledge on all this baseball stuff, especially for everyone out there listening and watching that wants to hit these games and get back to them, since we're getting back to normal here in Las Vegas and all over the U.S. as well and all over the world. But Jim, before we let you go, let everyone know where they can find you on all things social media. And not only that, let them know how they can find out anything that has to do with the Aviators moving forward.
Yeah, I appreciate that, Jose. Again, thanks for having me on. The best thing is just go to aviatorslv.com. That's really the central location for everything. Our Twitter is great. Elsie Jones does our social media. She does a great job. It's at aviatorslv. I think those two platforms, you get everything that you're looking for. But yes, Tuesday, June 1st on Ticketmaster at noon. The rest of the season, individual tickets go on sale. So I would think we would start getting 9,000 to 10,000 starting in June 10th, which I can't believe I'm saying that because this time a year ago we were still shut down and we really didn't know what was going to happen. So we're in such a much better place now, and it's going to be great to see 65,000 people at Allegiant Stadium in August and September when the Raiders start playing. And Garth Brooks is rolling on July 10th, I think.
Okay.
They pushed that ahead about 4 times, so that's going 65,000. So it's really exciting to see all this come back.
There we go. Once again, Gemma, Las Vegas Aviators Media Relations Director, joining us here tonight on Straight Bet Sports live on Gorilla Cross Radio. We greatly appreciate you, Jim. Have a great night, and we'll see you at the ballpark soon.
Thank you so much for having me on. Take care.
Thanks, Jim.
Good stuff, man. That's why I wanted to have him on, because I had questions about the Oakland stuff. And since, obviously, Aviators are part of that organization, it's good to know, good to hear from behind the scenes a bit. Obviously, he can only give information that he may know or can think of at that point.
We obviously do AAA was going to, make it past COVID. But, a year ago, like you said, we were talking about, single A and double A teams that don't even exist anymore,
Correct.
right?
A lot of teams went
Remember
down
that? We talked about that?
Yeah.
So
a lot of teams
it is good to see baseball, back, especially on the AAA since, it's local to us. And I'm excited to go to the ballpark. I want to watch some games. I want to watch more games than I've watched.
We'll get some credentials and go out there and have some fun.
I want to watch more games probably than I've I've probably been to about maybe 2 games a season so far since. And I mean, when we were at the 51, it was like every Thursday.
51s was awesome. Every Thursday, dollar beer night. It was always dollar beer night and fight with the wife night because we drank too much and went home too late.
It was
good nights though, good times though, bro.
Yeah, it was. They do dollar beer nights at the Aviator Stadium.
Do they?
They do, but it stops at like 7 p.m. So like they let you in at 6, game starts at 7, and then it's like over at like 7:30, I think.
It's like, man, I just got here.
It's just like a short, like 2-hour window, but it starts an hour before the game starts. So it's like 6 to 8, $1 beers. After that, I mean, so basically through at least I think like maybe the 4th inning, it's $1 beers, and then after that it's.
If you haven't been out there, man, LV Ballpark, downtown Summerlin, great venue, awesome, has the MLB style feel to it. I've been there a few times in season 1. I was actually there for the inaugural game, which is awesome. Jim even gave me a ticket, even though I had my media credentials. Like, here, keep the ticket. It could be worth something or whatever, which is pretty cool. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's history. It's the memory. They switched to a new organization, new team. Obviously, still same ownership and everything. I believe it's the 3rd time that they've switched their name. They were the Stars before, something like that. So, but it's AAA teams. They switch out. The Dodgers have been here. That's how you and I met. We used to go to some of those games when the Dodgers AAA affiliate was here. So it's good to still have them here, though, and have some type of baseball here in Las Vegas. But if the A's do come here or any baseball team, that'd be dope. He did mention, and we got to get in Jalen because Jalen's over here quiet. We haven't even brought him back in yet. But he did mention the whole basketball thing. I think that the fact that Mark Davis bought the Aces now gives us more of a, hey, I've opened that door. My foot ain't in yet. I'm not talking to you guys, but I can see through the door now. You know what I mean? I think the fact that he's associated with the WNBA now, which is connected to the NBA, can help move that forward a lot faster. We can probably get an NBA team here a lot quicker. And like he said, T-Mobile's ready to go. Granted, they'll probably end up building an arena for them on their own.
Well, they got that Sphere, right?
The Sphere, whatever it is that they're building. But if they need something to play now, T-Mobile's ready to go.
Yeah.
But before we get into all that, let's get in our co-host of the night. Jalen Gray's back up in the building with us. Greatly appreciate you joining in.
Yes, sir.
What was this? I had a talk and I'm more than a bottle of water. What? Anyways, so Jalen, talk to us. I was just reading a comment here on Facebook, but talk to us about your business, man. Definitely. You were talking to us about something that you guys, so if you guys like cheesecake, you guys like strawberries,
yeah.
and we don't promote alcohol on the show, but it's part of what he's bringing in tonight. So if you like a little bit of alcohol infusion, let us know what you got here, man. We got to talk about this.
All right, so I started a little business about 2 weeks ago with me and my wife.
Okay.
And what we have here is strawberries, and what we do is we cut the strawberries, we cut the stem, and then we get a scooper, and then we get the inside of the strawberries, and then we make the cheesecake filling.
Okay.
And so then we squeeze the cheesecake filling in the strawberry, and then we make like a kind of like a cheesecake crust, you know what I mean? And then we sprinkle it on top. And then we also have alcohol infused. So if you want to, with a little lady or whatever, we got wine. If you want to chill.
So I saw you got some Stella Rose. You got some Hennessy. Some vodka. So you're mixing it up.
Yeah.
You got the wine, the Stella Rose for the ladies if they want that. You got the Hennessy for the guys. And the vodka's in between. Some guys are drinking, some women like that
pretty
too
much,
as well.
And what we try to do is we try to keep, our clientele on their toes. We try to come with something different. So right now we're working on a white chocolate with cheesecake, so we're working on that. And then we're also working on a chocolate covered cheesecake strawberries with the brownie on top.
Okay.
And then, like I said, we have all three. We have vodka, Hennessy, and wine, of course.
So
how do you infuse How do you infuse the alcohol into these strawberries?
So right here,
open it up. Open it up.
Let's see.
Let's see what we got. So you have like a little shot thing that's already injected in some.
So it's not okay.
And then you have non-infused ones.
Yeah.
So Quan, if you want to try one, there's no alcohol because I know Quan doesn't drink.
Yeah.
But so explain to us a little bit about what you got here. What you got? We're gonna show you guys.
I wish you guys could see. Yeah, right.
We're gonna try one.
I still
right
can't
now.
really see it, but yeah, I'm gonna see
What
it
is
right
it that you got? I can see the pink, so it's got to be the Stella Rose.
Yep, this is Stella Rose.
Okay.
This is the vodka
Okay.
one, and of course this is the Hennessy.
And then these are just regular
ones. Yep.
Now the stuffing and stuff that you're using is something you guys are creating on your own, something that you guys are making by scratch.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Okay, so it's completely by itself.
Yeah.
Awesome. Now my question for you: are an athlete. You're a D2 athlete now, correct? Because you moved from UNLV, former UNLV football player. Now you're at Texas A&M Commerce, correct? I know certain football players aren't allowed to make money or work or whatever it may be. Is this okay, and does this affect you at all?
Nah, it doesn't.
It doesn't,
really
right?
affect me.
Okay.
Nah,
Just
it
making
doesn't,
sure,
yeah.
you know, because I know they got rules. Like, we can't talk betting with the young man tonight as well. You know, I mean, there's a lot of different things that we want to make sure you don't get in trouble. But that's pretty cool. And where did the idea come from, though? What made you say, I want to start doing something like
so
this?
pretty much, you know, Mother's Day was 2 weeks ago.
Okay.
So, me and my wife, we wanted to do something nice for our mothers, right?
Okay.
So, she was online. You know, she seen like people like making like chocolate covered strawberries.
Okay.
So she was like, I want to try something different. You know, like my mom likes cheesecake.
Okay.
So I want to try something with a strawberry with the cheesecake inside.
Okay.
So, you know, Mother's Day come, we drop it off at our mothers. They love it, you know. Our siblings are there, they love it. So, you know, I have a lot of friends here in Vegas, so I was like, we should sell them.
You got to push
you know,
it, man.
Yeah, you know, I started advertising and my friends started buying them and I started like recording like reactions and stuff.
Okay.
And people like the reactions. So they're pretty cool. I have them on my Instagram story. So if you guys want to go ahead and check it, it's Barry Lane, 2 underscores. But
yeah, very easy. LN __. He's got the menu on there, guys, so it lets you know what the prices are for the dozens, half dozens, things like that. And then you deliver as well, or just pick up
I
only?
deliver.
Okay, perfect. So I mean, if you guys like cheesecake and you like strawberries or
You like
strawberry
alcohol.
filling, you like alcohol, or if you don't like alcohol, because he's got the non-alcoholic ones, we're gonna let you know right now what they taste like. Quan, is
Yeah,
that
go
okay if
ahead.
we have a little taste test? Do you mind? No? All right. You want one? The non-alcoholic one? No? Quan's gonna pass for now. Rob,
on, Quan.
what do you want? All right, let's go. There we go. That's
Oh.
good. That's good. So we're gonna do a live test here. What do you want, Rob? You want the Stella Rose? You want the vodka or the Hennessy?
I want one of each.
Just to try them
Is
all.
there 3 and 3? I'm just
Yeah.
playing.
What do you want?
I'll do. Let's do the.
I'm gonna do the Stella Rose
All
just
right,
because I think
that
all
one's
right.
that one's hot.
Go.
All right, I'll do the vodka
Go
first.
for it.
then.
Grab. You gonna do the vodka first?
I'll do
All
the
right,
vodka
cool.
first.
So the vodka's in the middle. Just don't make a mess, because you know we can't get crumbs all over the table. But while Rob's doing that, guys, if you're watching the show, let everybody know what you're watching. Like, follow, share, comment, and we'll go from there. We are live on the Gorilla Cross Radio Network, GorillaCross.com. The Gorilla Cross app, which is free to download on the Apple App Store, Google Play Store. It's free. It's easy. Gorilla Cross Radio. You cannot miss it. Trust me, you will not be disappointed. A lot of other good shows on here, man. Great show here previously. Miss Ball and D with No Plays Off Sports Talk had very good guests on there. Universal Domino League, I think that's what she had on. We're going to try to get that the creator of that on the show as well. Pretty cool stuff, man. Let the Ball Bounce. Quan with the music reviews with Speak Life Radio on Mondays and Thursdays, I believe it is. Right? If I got that correct. I'm sorry, Tuesday, because yesterday was Tuesday. Today's Wednesday. But good stuff, man. Check it out now. If you guys want to give us a call as well, chop it up about anything that we're talking about tonight. We still got NBA. We still got some Golden Knights. We're going to sprinkle in some aces. And Ronaldo also talking about, sounds like he's going to dip, bro. I want to get your thoughts on that.
Stepping down.
We're going to talk about that as well, a little bit of soccer. But again,
How do I do this?
we
Let's
got
do this.
Jalen Graves in the studio.
so,
I'm about to try this. I'm going to do the Stella Rose one. So let me go ahead and grab that. So how do you recommend that? Here, and if you could see it here a little bit.
Yeah, where's my camera?
There we go. So
I've
strawberries.
been here a year. Don't know
All
where my
right.
camera's at.
And then you got the little thing right here with the shot. All right, strawberry. So,
So,
how do
how do
you
you do
recommend?
this?
So I would put the strawberry in my mouth first. and
Oh,
then
all together.
at the
Let's
same
go.
time and- yeah.
So it's like a little
So
shot,
then
huh?
let it
Yeah.
pull out and liquid. Okay.
All right.
Salud.
Salud.
Thank you, Jalen. We appreciate you. Let's try this. See what we got.
I can do that. That's nice.
Bro,
It's a little different.
that is
but-
definitely different.
Right.
It tastes like cheesecake, 100%. But then you have the full strawberry, obviously, because the strawberry's there. The alcohol gives it a good little.
You all
like
right?
it. I like
I
it.
had vodka. You had Stella Rose. You
I
all
like
right?
it.
No, it's
Yeah.
awesome. I'm ready for the next one.
Quan, so now you want to try yours? You want to try one?
I mean, it's just strawberry and cheesecake, man.
Oh, he just he
He
don't
can't
want to give
have
us.
no strawberry.
No,
He
get a
can't-
chorrillo, bro. He don't want to upset stomach. But
all right.
that was good. We're gonna have more throughout the show. But Jalen, thank you for bringing that in. Definitely.
Wait,
once
we're
again,
stopping?
no, we've got to
All right,
continue
all
the
right.
show, but we can continue
All
throughout
right,
the
all
show.
right.
But
Pace
if you guys,
ourselves.
like I said, check it out. Barry LN __ on Instagram. Help the young man out. Help a local business grow. If you guys like sweets, you guys like cheesecake, you guys like strawberries, and a little bit of alcohol, man, this is pretty good. Cannot complain. I'm definitely gonna be keeping this, bro. So you messed up. Sorry. Nah, but thank you, man. We greatly appreciate you bringing that in. But let's chop it up with you now. The move from UNLV to Texas A&M Commerce. Obviously, Division 1 to Division 2, nothing wrong with that. You're still going to school, which is great, which I like that. You're not giving up on going to school, but you're also going to continue to play football. You were telling me that before the show. How did that move come about? What was it that you were like, hey, it's time for me to dip out? Was it a better opportunity? Was it more playing time, or it was just you felt it was more comfortable at Texas A&M Commerce?
Kind of all of them, you know. So when I made my decision, I pretty much didn't make my decision on, you know, Division 1, Division 2, because like I had some Division 1, you know, offers I could have went
To transfer?
Yeah.
Okay.
But when I took the visit to Texas A&M Commerce, it was just like the coaching staff and just the atmosphere. They're like so authentic, you know, and they treat their players with respect, and like they genuinely like care for them. And you know, I met the players, of course, and they treated me like family. So I feel like
it felt more real. It didn't feel like they were
Yeah.
just trying to sell you a dream or trying to recruit you. It felt like
Yeah.
they actually wanted you there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Pretty much. So it's just what they established was just this is how we are all the time. You know, just because you came on the visit, we're not like this. This is us 100% all the time. You know. So
Not only that, you're not stupid. They won the national championship, 3-4 years ago, 2017, I believe. I was looking,
Yeah.
I was reading that up the other day. So I'm sitting there going, this young man ain't dumb. He's going to a team that at least to a college that at least has a good pedigree and is known for winning championships. So,
yeah, and a lot of people don't know this, but the head coach there, Coach Bailiff, he was a former coach at Rice. He
Okay.
A lot of people know Rice is a institution, like an academic institution, you know, so it's kind of hard to get in. So it's not
Right.
really a football school.
Gotcha.
But he led them to 3 10-plus win seasons. The only coach right now in Texas with more wins. He has 10-plus wins in each division. So Division 1, Division 2, D1 AA.
Okay.
He has 10-plus wins. He's the only coach.
So he's got pedigree. He's
Mhm.
got history. He knows what he's doing.
Yeah, and, you know, the D-line coach, of course, because that's who I'm going to be with.
Okay.
And he played in the NFL. His name's Casey Walker.
Okay.
Went to OU with Gerald McCoy.
Okay.
So he
yeah.
played NFL for 8 years. So he
So
won
he's
the Super
got
Bowl.
that. He's
Yeah,
got
he
that
won the
experience.
Super Bowl with the Patriots. You
Okay.
know, played for the Patriots, the Dallas Cowboys, the Panthers.
So you got some
So,
NFL
yeah.
experience on that field with you,
Mhm.
which I'm pretty sure you being a young man in college, that's something that makes you feel good because you want to make it to the NFL. I'm guessing.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm pretty sure you have other plans as well. That's why you're going to school.
Yeah.
But if you can get that opportunity, I'm pretty sure you want to make it to the NFL.
Yeah.
The first time I talked to you, I'll never forget, was when I was working for AT&T when I first met you at the store, and we were talking about the Raiders being here and how you know you're from here and all that. And you're like, man, it'd be cool if I could get go through there and get drafted. But if not, I would just want to play in the NFL in general. So are you going to have more opportunity to play here? Because obviously I know last year with Coach Arroyo, the whole COVID season and all that, it was more of, at least from the way I saw it, it was more like of a feel out season. Wouldn't you say, Rob? Like he wasn't
Yeah.
really there like saying, this is my guy, Jalen's my guy, or Adam Plant Jr. is my guy, or any of that. It kind of felt like he was out there seeing what he had and how he was going to work with it.
Yeah.
So was it more of also you're going to have more an opportunity to play here and get more time as well?
Yeah, it was kind of both. And so Texas A&M Commerce, this is a very unique school, you know. Like you said, of course, it's D2, you know. They win a lot. They have over 350 All-Americans. They have players in the NFL right now.
Okay.
And they're the only school in the conference that has a pro day. So how I look at it pretty much
Okay.
is if I go to the school and do what I have to do on the field, off the field, it's there for me at
Gotcha.
that school. So that's how I looked at it when I pretty much made my decision to. So and
So-
of course I'm gonna be playing with in the talent I'm gonna be around. You know that school has a lot of bounce backs, like Alabama bounce backs, Tennessee bounce backs. So the talent is there with the school. So it's just what I do and how I keep myself sane when I get to the school. So
Yeah, just because you're going down to D2 don't mean you're going down to any less type of competition, especially if you're going to a team, like you said, that is known for winning. They've won championships. And it's kind of like, I forgot the TV show, but it was on Netflix where they got all the JUCO players.
Mhm.
They got all these guys that either get kicked off a big five, a conference five, big five schools and all that, or just didn't pan out or didn't get the opportunity, so they go to these smaller schools and they still end up having a great career, still make it to the NFL. So I mean, that's awesome for you, man. I'm glad you're still playing football. I'm glad you kept my number and we're still in contact, because definitely want to keep watching out for you, seeing where you go, and hopefully you make it there. I know that's your dream, to make it to the NFL, and hopefully one day we'll be interviewing you from an NFL locker room instead of here in the studio, and also having you in the studio. You feel me? Good stuff, my man. But we're going to keep promoting this stuff because I'm about to eat another one here in a second. But let's just chop it up now, fellas. And
I do have a question. Hold on.
You do?
I have a question.
Finally, Rob has a question for a guest. Can we get a round of applause?
59 weeks in. 59
episodes in. He finally has a question.
No, so if you wouldn't mind, like diving into a little bit of leaving UNLV, right? When they have this new stadium, right? They got a new coach. They got all this, I don't want to say momentum, but they, that stadium that we have now, Legion Stadium, is supposed to be a huge bargaining chip, right? Or a huge motivation for someone to maybe possibly pick UNLV. What are some of the reasons? What is it? Could you talk about maybe why you're leaving UNLV, and why being able to play in a Legion Stadium, that wasn't still good enough for you to stay with UNLV and all that stuff. So what made you leave? With all that lined up, and them, supposedly having a future. Because I say Marcus Arroyo, we talk about what last year was his first season. I still don't want to consider this year his first season, but the second, the third, maybe your senior year would be like the real, where he's able to get his people in and stuff like that. Which one did you take? Sorry,
I took the Hennessy one.
Okay. What made you turn away from all that, all that momentum that this city and that team has going for them?
Of course, good question. Yeah. Of course, it was kind of hard for me because I'm from Las Vegas. I'm a hometown kid. So
and your hometown kid, right?
Yeah. So it's kind of rare, hometown kid leaving away from their hometown school. Usually it's kids coming in.
Right.
But pretty much, I just felt like it was like a business decision. It was a better opportunity out there. That's how I was kind of looking at it. So
okay, and then. Do you look at this opportunity as like your last stop? Because I know like that JUCO, those JUCOs, those college, there are a lot of, for those that didn't make it, but there are also for a lot of those people that just weren't, in a great atmosphere growing up and stuff like that. So they start there and then they hope to end up at like a Florida or, it's both ways.
Basically, especially with the way the transfer portal is and everything now.
It's a little bit more open, right?
Is this a step for you to possibly get back to a D1 school or you're good where you're at?
Because you got a junior and senior, right?
Yeah.
That's you're going to be a junior this year, right?
Yeah.
And then you're going to see, so you got 2 years left. Is this a stepping stone for you to possibly get back to a D1?
Or an audition, like to show D1 schools, hey, I can still play in that level.
Well, like I said, when I left, I had the opportunity to go Division I, but I just felt like if pretty much like I said, if I do what I got to do on the field, then it's going to take care of itself. So, I mean, if I go there and, I do what I got to do, maybe the NFL is there, Maybe I'll forgo my senior year, go to the NFL. Or if I do have a better opportunity, look for it, but.
Okay.
So, Rob, some people chiming in on Facebook. I don't think they got dollar beer nights at the Aviators.
Oh, I swear they do. I've been to one.
Mo chimed in.
I've been to one.
Quan are going back and forth. That's probably why Quan's dying. C. Win chimes in saying, Rob G finally chiming in, baby. Jimbo all the way from Florida.
Oh, he's on.
He's a Minnesota Wild fan. He says, Jose Volonte VGK Game 7 Friday night left. I can't say the words. LFG, but you already know what it is.
He's from Mini.
And it's going to be awesome, man. Let's talk about Golden Knights, and then we'll get into NBA since there's a lot more to talk about NBA. We're not going to talk about all the NHL. Let's just talk Golden Knights right now. I will say my Pittsburgh Penguins are out. The Islanders, after being down 2-1 in that series, come back and take it. Tonight, the Golden Knights, after being up 3-1 in that series, now we're tied coming back home on Friday against Minnesota. What do you guys think, man? Is this it? Is it over? Or do the Knights pull this off in Game 7 and continue to go, Rob?
I think they pull it off. I'm excited for that game. I want to watch that game. I want to watch that entire. This whole series has been great, right? But I haven't been able to really kind of like sit down and watch it. That's why I asked before the show started what day it was, if it was going to be on Friday or Saturday. I think the Knights are going to pull it off. It's been a great series. Before this game, obviously, the home team, the road team had won most of the games, right? I think 4 out of the first 5 games, the road team won. But I think coming back, hopefully, I know the last game here at T-Mobile, there were still, it wasn't like 100% capacity, or they were
still,
like
at 10,000 already or something.
Right.
Like that, yeah.
They said it was supposed to be 100%, but
remember 18 plus is the max.
Right.
18
so
plus, yeah.
I think if they can get that place, up and running, which it has already, but if they can get every seat in that place sold out, I think that it's going to play a huge factor, and I think the Golden Knights are going to.
Who do you think they start? They start Mark?
I think you got to ride him.
Right.
I mean,
right.
I mean, given the game today, I mean, maybe that would be his only bad game of the series so far. But I mean, I think you got to ride him. I think it's a confidence, factor. I think it's a momentum factor. I think the team's riding behind him right now. So he's gotten him to this. He's gotten him here so far in the series. So I think you have to ride with him.
I like the Knights. I think coming back home, I think they'll be all right. It's going to be tough. It's not going to be a cakewalk. You know what I mean? They're not just going to go in there and win the game, but they
always
need to
struggle
score
with Minnesota.
first.
They always struggle with Minnesota. There's just those teams that they always struggle with.
They need to score first. They need to be up at the end of the first period. And what I mean by that, obviously, you always want to be up. I get that. But what I mean by that, you need to be up big. You need to come out and make a statement. If it's 0-0 or 1-1 at the end of the first period, no statement has been made, and Minnesota is still 100% mentally and physically in that game. So I think they need to come out and make a statement, score fast, and score big, and score early. Jalen, what do you think, man? What do you think about the Knights?
I feel the same way. I feel like it's always key to start early, start fast, They need to set the tone. And like Rob said, home court advantage, that's big. Of course, I know you guys seen the Madison Square Garden tonight.
Oh.
It was rocking.
It's good to see the Knicks being relevant again.
Yeah, it was
or at least
rocking.
semi.
So the Phoenix Suns game last night, it was rocking in Arizona. So I feel like having fans in the stands is a big thing, and I feel like if they could get it sold out, I feel like that would be a huge momentum.
So you think they pull it off? You think they can win Game 7?
Yeah.
All right. Well, Golden Knights, hopefully they pull it off, man. Hopefully they continue year 4 now. Hopefully we can get something past this first round. Some people aren't too happy with Peter DeBoer. I don't think they should ever got rid of Gallant, but it is what it is. We're here now. We're not there anymore. So hopefully the Knights pull it off. Game time hasn't been set, I believe, but it is Friday, and it will be here at T-Mobile Arena. Las Vegas Aces, guys, real quick, they did pull off the W tonight with a Diana Taurasi-less Mercury. Diana Taurasi, if you guys know, she's known as the Kobe Bryant of the WNBA. She's out 4 weeks. I forgot what the injury was, but that's a big blow because her and Brittany Griner have the 1-2 punch there in Phoenix. Didn't happen tonight. Brittany Griner had a big game as always, giving Liz Cambage trouble. I spoke to Liz Cambage earlier today after practice before the game, and I asked her what it was about Brittany that brought out the best in her, because she mentioned that to another one of the media members, and she basically said they just let us play. The refs let us play, and it's different how we get officiated differently. Now, she was in the media as well recently with stuff that happened with the coach from the Sun. He got suspended 1 game and fined for basically calling out to a ref. She's almost 300 pounds. I understand that she felt disrespected by that, and I get her frustrations, and she's more than allowed to go on social media. That's what those platforms are for, and say what she wants to say. I mean, whether he's white or black, I don't know about all that, because people are trying to bring in that. She also brought in the race card when she brought up her Instagram post talking about, I'll never be disrespected by anyone, especially a little white one, meaning a little white man. Now, I asked her about that. I'm like, you brought race into it, as where the coach never did that. Whether he disrespected you or not, race was never an issue here. You brought that up. Her response basically was, I've never been disrespected by anyone in my life that was a black male, only white or by any other color. So, I mean, if that's how she feels, I get it. Everyone has their right and their platform to say what she wants. But if we're going back to the basketball aspect of it, she needs to just shut up already and play. 2 games ago when they were at home, a media member that'll stay anonymous texted me. He's like, Bill Lambier's been screaming at Liz this whole game. Forget about the refs. Get back to the game. Liz doesn't understand how much she hurts this team when she keeps complaining about the referees over and over again. Again, this has nothing to do with what the coach said. I'm talking about just playing games here and what goes on throughout the games. She's basically becoming the LeBron James of the NBA. She cries and complains about every single call, which I get. You get hit a lot. I get that. Some of the calls don't go your way. But the more you complain, it's not going to help you. Diego Costa, we're big soccer guys. This guy is the biggest complainer and flopper in all of Europe. Until this day, there's times where he does get hit hard, and the referees are just like, get up, get up. Because they're not going to give him the calls because he is that guy, and they know that all he does is complain. So all I'm saying is, Liz, get back to playing basketball. I understand it sucks that you get fouls and you don't get calls, but help your team out here. You looked lazy the last 2 games. You were going up and down the court, not giving much effort, and some of the balls just didn't have any oomph. All I'm saying is get back to playing basketball when you're on the court. Stop worrying about complaining to the refs about not getting calls because you say you keep getting fouled when sometimes you're not. That's all I'm saying. Let's get back to this. Help your team out. Continue to play well. They need you right now. People are out. People are overseas playing 3-on-3 basketball. Let's get it together. That's all I'm saying. Great win tonight, Aces. Let's keep it moving forward. Next game is on Friday at home at the Michelob Ultra Arena, I believe they call it now.
That's what it's
at
called
the Mandalay Bay Event Center. Friday and Sunday, they're going to be playing. Friday, I believe, 7:30 game. Sunday is a 3 p.m. match. Las Vegas Lights, real quick. Let's get into that. They play this Saturday. First 3 games of the season have not been good. Last game, it was brought to my attention by someone from the electric company, the supporters group. Did you see how many shots on goal the other team had against the Lights in the last game? I'm like, no, I didn't. 41 shots. I don't think I've ever seen that many shots on goal by a soccer team in a game ever. I could be wrong. I'm not saying it's never happened, but that's some NHL hockey type numbers. The Knights had 42 shots on goal in their game 1 against the Minnesota Wild. Remember that?
Yeah.
So what's up with this team? It's not working, Brett. We need to find a way to bring this team back here. Not trying to get on your bad side. I know you've been great with us and very gracious on the media side, but I also have to be real. It's frustrating as a fan. You're not bringing the type of play on the field that was promised. Let's be real. This was promised with big hopes and dreams. We're connecting with the LAFC. You know, they got their pedigree. They got their farm system. They're a known well organization in the MLS. It's not happening. And you guys are being embarrassed on the pitch every single game. I honestly hope to see something else this Saturday. It won't be at home. It'll be on the road before they come back home. But Rob, what are you seeing?
My only thing with the Lights is that I think everyone's kind of waiting for that LAFC to kind of like that takeover, right? And they're expecting, since they can now say that they're a part of that organization, that everything's, eventually, everything's just going to kind of fall into place and go, the team is going to be a better team and all that. But right now, until that, if I don't want to say officially, it's already been announced, but until it's going to take a little bit, right? It's going to take a little bit for, to fall into place. Until that happens, I mean, this team needs to really step up. I mean, to have 40, I mean, we watch soccer every day. We look at stats.
41 shots.
To have 41 shots on goal, I mean, I wonder what the possession was at that point, right? What was the possession?
It's like 98-2 at that point.
Right. I mean, there's 90 minutes in the game, and I mean, it's got to be at least 41 shots. You're looking at 75 plus.
They controlled the whole
75% possession, right? So they've got to until LAFC kind of does the official takeover, or takes over more than what they're doing now. I think that they've got to stay on pace. I mean, I know everything's been on the road, but you can't use that as an excuse. I think you should have been able to sneak at least one, maybe a draw out of these first 3 games at least.
Got murked the first game, lost the second, murdered the third.
So yeah,
we got to see some change, man.
Yeah, we got to see some change, and we can't wait. We can't wait for LAFC.
So guys, we're running out of time. We got about 8 minutes here, so I want to get all of us involved in this NBA talk. So let's talk Lakers. Did you see the game yesterday? I did. I got to see most of it. It was good to see them come out fast, which is what they needed to. They came out strong. They looked better. AD had more points from the free throw line than he did on the floor. He attacked. He was in attack mode. He didn't give up, which is what I like to see. I hate it when people hold for the shot or they step back for the shot. Go inside if you're a big body. Take the hits. Go to the free throw line. You know what I mean? And not only that, make it harder for the defense if you're doing that. Don't just stand there and shoot, jump shots all over the place. Shoot 3-pointers all over the place. They're nice when you're open, good shots, clean shots. But sometimes there's bad shots. If you're a big body, take it in. I like how Marc Gasol started that game as well. He was big to start the game. The Lakers need to keep this going, man. They need to be consistent. Andre Drummond, big game, double-double as well. Him and AD, like I said, Twin Towers can make it happen. Series is tied now, going back to LA. What do you guys think? What are we going to see moving forward here? Go, Jalen.
Well, I think it was a great game last night. I was tuned in. Lakers started quarter game. Suns came out strong. Cameron Payne, he impressed me a lot.
Big time.
Cameron Payne, he impressed me. 19 points.
Got a weird shot too.
Yeah, 19 points. He played pretty good. Took care of the ball. With the Lakers, I feel like with the Lakers, I like what they did in the game. How they put Marc Gasol in the game, like late. let AD go to work. I feel like that's something they're going to do going on into the series because it lets, one, it spaces the floor.
Yep.
Two, it lets AD do what he do,
Correct.
And it was just an amazing game. I don't like the Lakers because I'm a Celtic fan, of course. And
it got a little scary there at the end, though.
Yeah.
Towards the end of the game, I'm like, oh, they're really going to give this up, man. What do you think, Rob?
When you're talking about AD, I think, he's so fragile, right? He is so fragile, and I think it doesn't get talked about enough. He's just very injury prone, so I can see why he's maybe taking his game to that type of, to a perimeter. I say perimeter shooter, but he's maybe a little
perimeter level.
Yeah, he's not as he's not as aggressive maybe in the paint going in there because this is his whole career, right? His whole career. He only played 1 year in college, so his whole career pretty much. He's always been at least injured at least once a season, maybe 2 or 3 times a season. So I can see why he's changing his game a little bit. And then when it comes to the game, I didn't get to see the game. I heard a lot about the highlights.
Eddie says Lakers in 5. Shout out to Primo Eddie.
I didn't from what I saw from the highlights and stuff. I mean, this is exactly I don't say this is exactly what the Lakers needed, but I mean, after watching the first game, right, you were just like, this is going to be a series. But then Chris Paul gets hurt, right, and
same old. And I'm surprised it ain't his knees or his ankles.
Yeah, they were up enough. Phoenix was winning by enough in game 1, so that it really didn't play too much of a factor. But it was definitely visible in the second game that he was like holding his shoulder, and the coach didn't want, Monty didn't want to put him out there and risk maybe even further injury. But I mean, this is now with Chris Paul, that the person who facilitates that team and keeps it going. This is there for the taking, right? So now I can see it in 5. I can see it in 5 because this is what they needed. They need to take advantage of the situation. It sucks that Chris Paul got hurt. I would have loved him to stay healthy because if he stayed healthy, I think this series is going 7. And it just sucks for Chris Paul because we always talk about him, about how he's so underrated, doesn't deserve, MVP candidate. And for him to go out like this, kind of jumping back a little bit, it kind of just almost seals it for Steph Curry, right? Because the way that he got injured and stuff like that. So Lakers are going to take it. They're going to play, I think, Utah next.
Utah just beat
Utah
Memphis 141-129. High scoring game there, man. Lots of points if you had the over.
That's the one. That's the series that I think I'm most looking forward to. I think that Utah can beat the Lakers. I thought Phoenix can beat the Lakers, but with Chris Paul's injury, I don't think it's.
And another thing about Chris Paul too, if you notice late in the game, the Suns struggled scoring.
Yep.
And
that's where Payne came through.
Yeah. And that's where CP. That's where he shows up.
That's his spotlight. That's his time. So
last year in the NBA, he was top 5 in clutch points. He single-handedly took the Thunder, a team that you've seen was 17, 18 win team this season, took them to the playoffs. And yeah, it's a big loss, It changes the way the Suns play, and it changes the way how the Lakers defend also.
So we got 3 minutes before we close it out. Real quick, Rob, 30 seconds. Ronaldo posted something on his Instagram page, basically thanking everyone, saying to the end, to the a la final, and then a picture of him and his buddies. Is he gone? Is he retiring? Or is he just moving on somewhere else?
I don't think he's going to retire. We would all like to see him like in the Premier League, obviously, right? What we see the most, what we wake up to on the weekends and everything.
I think he's going to the MLS.
That would be huge. But how?
Because he's already done it.
You want to talk about a pay cut, though,
English
right?
Premier League, Spanish, and Italia. He's already done it in those 3 big leagues.
I don't even know what team would be able to pay him, right? I mean, I think that he earns more money a year than what the league is worth, right? It's just like what the league is worth as all teams
he's
combined.
He's higher paid than the league itself.
Right. He's probably higher paid than the entire league roster. Every single player, if you add up their salary, it's probably damn near close to what him and Messi make per year. So that would have to be like 50. You'd have to like 25% team ownership. Like you'd have to go big on it.
So that's it, man. We're at the end of our show tonight. Fun stuff. I'm tired.
What?
I'm ready to go.
I want another strawberry. I'm waiting.
I'm not going to be tired after that one. I'm feeling a little bit better. But Jalen, before we let you go again, man, go ahead and plug it away. Let everybody know where they can find you and your business now, my man.
Twitter, Jalen Graves _. And the berry business is Berry Lane, BERRYLN___.
There you go. Make sure you check them out. Big ups and thank you to Media Relations Director over at the Las Vegas Aviators, Gemma, for joining us tonight. Everyone involved with the show, again, like I said, that's been a part of it for this last year that we've been here on Gorilla Cross. We're blessed to be on this radio network. I wouldn't have it any other way. I'm glad that I'm here. I'm glad that we re-signed. To Joshua LaFon and Eric Navarro from Line 'em Up by Eric, thank you for signing on with us and keeping us on air. We greatly appreciate you. And for everyone that's been tuning in every Wednesday, every single week, week in and week out, every single month for the last year, we greatly appreciate you. For everyone that chimes in on Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, we greatly appreciate you as well. It ain't over. We're just getting started. Rob's stuffing his face, enjoying those strawberries over there.
Mom won't put me on camera. Should I?
But once again, man, with my final thought of the night, all I can say is, when you know, you know. If it's over, it's over. Just let it go. It ain't the end of the world. You'll be just fine. Till then, for Jose V, Rob G, Jalen Graves, Gemma, Quan 59 behind the big board, this has been another episode of Straight Bet Sports here on the Gorilla Cross Radio Network. Till next Wednesday, peace.
Yeah.